Special thanks to Patreon supporter Godzilla King of the Monsters for making this tutorial possible. Hello ladies and gentlemen, Scared here bringing you another Minecraft Modern Warfare vehicle tutorial. In this tutorial we'll be going ahead and building the M88A2 HERCULES. The M88 recovery vehicle is one of the largest armored recovery vehicles currently in use by the United States Armed Forces. There are currently three variants, the M88, the M88A1, and M88A2 HERCULES. HERCULES is an acronym for Heavy Equipment Recovery Combat Utility Lifting Extraction System. The M88 series has seen most action, noticeably in the Vietnam War, the Persian Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the war in Afghanistan, and to a lesser extent the Kosovo War, where they were deployed to help recover heavy armored vehicles of Allied ground units. As of 2000, the M88A2 replacement cost is about $2,050,000 US. So yeah, pretty interesting vehicle here, and a combat engineering vehicle, which I always think are really fun to do. They're very unique vehicles and really cool to kind of throw into your worlds and all that stuff, and kind of make some cool scenes using some recovery vehicles, helping unditch tanks and all that kind of various stuff. But yeah, definitely really cool. Love doing engineering vehicles, and this one here obviously no exception to that. Before we go ahead and dive in and take a look at the vehicle, I want to go ahead and give a special thanks to Patreon supporter Godzilla, King of the Monsters, for making this tutorial possible. If you guys are interested in supporting the channel where you guys already do, feel free to check out my Patreon page. Link is always in my video descriptions, where you can go and pledge a small amount to the channel every month, and in doing so earn a vehicle request you're choosing. Really helps support the work I do on my channel, and just keeps me going with doing tutorials, and plus you earn a vehicle request of your choice every month depending on which tier you're sub to. So there are some cool benefits associated with being a patron and donating to the channel. But yeah, let's go ahead and kind of dive in here to take a look at the vehicle and kind of move on from there. So starting off with, we have the M88 recovery vehicle. This vehicle here is based off of the M60 chassis. The M88A2, which we have here, is based off the M60A2 variant chassis, which is pretty much about the same of all the other M60s. So yeah, we have basically the standard vehicle here with the kind of mast here, or the crane or the winch kind of put in the down position. So this is kind of your transport mode of the vehicle. You have the big winch here where the cable is kind of attached to in the front of the vehicle, and then as we work our way along the sides here, you can see we have all the detailing here, extra equipment, stuff like that mounted on the sides. Basically this kind of armored front section here for the operators of the vehicle. As we get to the back here, we have the kind of deck over the engine. Again, more detailing here and there. This right here is where additional cables would come from. This right here kind of supports the crane as it kind of goes forward and kind of tilts downward. These cables here provide extra support and also help kind of retract the mast as well. And so yeah, it's kind of cool stuff there, and that's what it looks like pretty much in the transit mode. And then we have the kind of deployed version here, which has the kind of crane sticking upwards and all that stuff, and basically all the little details there for it. So pretty cool stuff. We also have the front up here, which has a blade, or kind of like a bulldozer blade, more along the lines for helping stabilize the vehicle. Obviously, if this is lifting something, it's going to be pretty front heavy, so this kind of plow here sticks into the ground, provides a little bit of support from keeping the vehicle from flipping forward. And over here you can see on the transit version we have the blade kind of flipped up into its transit kind of configuration. So pretty cool vehicle. You get kind of two vehicles in one here for this tutorial. We're going to be going ahead and basically doing the base model, or just the basic structural of the vehicle, and then going ahead and moving into the two different versions. So you can build the crane kind of erected, or you can have it kind of its down position. So anyways, let's go and move into the tutorial by beginning with our first layers 0 and 1. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and move into our first layers 0 and 1. To go ahead and get started for these layers, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 of nether brick slabs, followed by a row of 2 of nether brick top slabs, coming off those 2 slabs like that going forward. We're going to go ahead and take our black shulker boxes, and we're going to place down a row of 2 of black shulker boxes like so. And on the left side here, which will be the outside here of our tracks, we're going to place down a birchwood button, a item frame, and then a smooth sandstone block in that item frame. Now if you're on Bedrock edition of Minecraft, you cannot put a button and an item frame in the same block space. So if you're on Java, you can do this. If you're on Bedrock, then you cannot place the button in the item frame. So I would just place the item frame over the button. If you can place the button, great. If not, then again, just place the item frame. We're going to go ahead and place down a row of 2 nether brick blocks in the ground like so. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the same design here for black shulker boxes. So just like this. And we're going to go and basically repeat this pattern until we have a total of 6 wheels. So we have 2. We're going to go ahead and put our nether brick blocks here in the ground. Our black shulker boxes. And just like this on the side here, we're going to have 3. Then for a 4th one, same thing. So 4. And then we're going to have 5. And then our last wheel here, our 6th wheel, like so. So looking at it, it should look something like this here from basically the side or up above like that. Now once we have that done, we're going to then take our nether brick stairs. We're going to place down a row of 2 of nether brick ups down stairs across the back there. We then want to go ahead and go up to the front here. We're going to go to this nether brick, or this row of 2 nether brick slabs here. And we're going to place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone top slabs going across. We then want to go ahead and go to this block back here and place down another row of 3 of smooth sandstone top slabs across. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate here in the center, come off the center slab, and a skeleton skull to both sides like so. And that's going to be on the rear of the tank there. We can go ahead and then take our sandstone top slabs and just fill in the space here between those 2 rows of 3 of smooth sandstone from front to back to go ahead and create a nice basis here for the bottom of the tank. After that's done, we're going to basically do the same thing here for nether brick top slabs, our shulker boxes, and all that stuff. So just going all the way down the side here. I've already kind of explained the other side in detail, and the other side is exactly the same as this side. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of do this layer, or this section here of the layer a little bit faster, as I've already kind of covered it. Again, if you need to, you can slow the video down. Sorry, my voice doesn't want to die on me there. But you can slow the video down, you can pause it, or just look at the other side and copy the other side over and kind of pick up the video where we end off. So just kind of putting that out there for you guys. And then birchwood buttons here, obviously on the shulker boxes and our item frames, if we are able to put them. So just like this. And that's going all the way across there. And there is going to basically complete what we have for this layer. This is what it looks like from up above. You can also turn this into a green tank also by using dark oak with stairs slabs, mossy cobblestone walls, and green shulker boxes and green terracotta. Very similar to how I've done my other green vehicles in the past. So you can make both versions, both kind of are color schemes that this vehicle is typically in, though due to the current environment that this vehicle is operating on, we have the tan obviously for the desert camouflage. Anyways, that's it for layers 0 and 1. Let's move on to layer number 2. Alright guys, going ahead and move it into our next layer. We move it into layer number 2. For layer 2 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to place down 2 nether brick stairs on top of these 2 nether brick top slabs going across like this. We're going to place down a birchwood sign here on the sides of these stairs. And then come off the fronts of the stairs, we're going to place down birchwood trapdoors like that. After that's done, we want to go ahead and then place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks across. From this, we want to go ahead and then drop down to the section below here. We're going to place down a lever and flick it toward the sandstone top slabs like that on both sides there. Now we're going to leave the front here alone for right now, and we'll come back to that a little bit later once we go to add on our 2 different plows to the front there, depending on which version we're building. So we're going to leave the front here just blank, but we'll be coming back to that a little bit later. When we get to this section here, we're going to take our smooth sandstone blocks and we're going to run a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12 smooth sandstone blocks back, and we're going to go and place down a second row of 12 running along the side there, and we're going to do the same thing over here as well. So just like this all the way back, ending on top of that nether brick stair, and same thing over here as well. And then across the back here, we want to go and just place down a row of 3 of smooth sandstone blocks like that across. Now on the inside here, if you do want to do interior, you can go and leave the space open. However, for the sake of the tutorial, we're just going to fill this in with smooth sandstone, which will create a kind of more solid build here. And so yeah, we're just going to fill that in completely. Anyways, after that, we're going to then actually take our stripped birchwood, and we're actually going to replace these 2 blocks here in the corner with 2 stripped birchwood logs on their sides like so. Not completely necessary, but we're going to go ahead and do it as the original version did have it. And then come off those blocks there, we're going to place down 2 nether brick walls here, going toward the rear. In the center space, we want to go and place down a sandstone wall, followed by a smooth sandstone block in the very center, and then another sandstone wall. And then come off that sandstone wall, we're going to place, smooth sandstone block, we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate facing toward the rear. Now on the sides here, we're going to go ahead and grab ourselves some birchwood trapdoors. We're going to place down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. Birchwood trapdoors all the way along the side here. And we're going to close them up like so. And same thing over here. Just like this. And close them or open them, however you want to look at it. Like that all the way along the side there so they're flush against the side of the vehicle. And with that, that's going to pretty much wrap up what we have there for layer 2 for the build. Here's what it looks like from up above. Pretty simple stuff. And with that, we'll go ahead and move into our next layer, layer number 3. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we move into layer number 3. For layer 3 to go ahead and get started with here, we're going to take our birchwood planks and we're going to place down a row of 3 birchwood planks, followed by a row of 2 of sandstone walls out to both sides like that. We're going to then go to the sides here of these walls, place down an item frame, a snowball in those item frames, and then we're going to place down a birchwood fence gate coming off the side of the wall, opened up toward the wall like that. Again, a note, if you are on bedrock, you will not be able to place the item frame and fence gate in the same block space. If that's the case, just go ahead and place down the item frame over the fence gate. Go ahead, continue now. We're going to take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 5 that go across the front here like this, followed by a sandstone wall to both ends. From this point here, we want to go ahead and grab ourselves some nether brick walls, and we're going to place down a row of 1 and 2 nether brick walls, 1 and 2, and then 2 smooth sandstone blocks here on the sides there of those walls. After that, we're going to place down our sandstone wall here to the side, smooth sandstone block behind it, same thing over here. And we want to go and then grab our stripped birchwood. We're going to place down a row of 2 of stripped birchwood blocks going across here with a tripwire hook on both ends. We then want to take our sandstone walls. We're going to place down 2 sandstone walls that go back. Same thing over here. And 2 smooth sandstone blocks behind those walls. We're going to place down our birchwood block to both sides with a tripwire hook on the side there. We're going to go then grab ourselves our looms. And we're going to place down a row of 2 of looms, which we want facing this direction here, so you have the vents there exposed on the side. So just like that to both sides there. Also between our birchwood planks here, we're going to place down a row of 5 of smooth sandstone and also a row of 5 going across between those looms and then a second row like that. After we get to this point here, we're going to place down a sandstone wall, again to both sides here, followed by another row of 5 of smooth sandstone blocks across. This section here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone slab here in the center. To the sides, a smooth sandstone block, another smooth sandstone slab to both sides, and then we want to place down a black shulker box on its side like this, coming off those sandstone slabs. We then want to place down a birchwood button, an item frame, and then a smooth sandstone block in the item frame. Same thing over here, just like that. On the very back here, we want to go and then place down a sandstone wall, coming off those shulker boxes. We're going to go then place down a polished black stone stair, coming off those sandstone full blocks, and then a sandstone slab there in the very center. We're going to then place down a birchwood trapdoor to both sides, item frames coming off those trapdoors, a red stained glass block in those item frames, and then if you're not on bedrock, you can go and place down a birchwood sign coming off those item frames like so. And that right there is going to basically complete this layer. As you can see, we have a lot going on here. This is basically your interior space if you do choose to build one. For the sake of the tutorial though, we will decide to go ahead and fill this in to make it nice and solid. So just like this. And once we have that all complete there, that is pretty much going to be it for layer number 4 for the build. And that right there is going to pretty much finish that. Layer number 3. And with that, let's go ahead and move on to layer number 4. Alright guys, moving into our next layer, we have layer number 4. For layer 4 to go ahead and get started with, we're going to take our smooth sandstone, and we're going to place down a row of 5 across the center here, like so. Coming out the very center, we're going to place down a nether brick block, followed by a grindstone to both sides facing this direction, like so. Once we have that done, we're going to take our yellow stained glass panes. We're going to place down 1, 2, and 3, right there to form a corner. Same thing over here, 1, 2, and 3. Once we have that done, on this glass pane over here to the left side of the vehicle, so this side over here, we're going to place down a item frame, a orange concrete block in the item frame, and then a birchwood sign over the item frame if you're able to do so. We also want to go and go to the sides here, and on top of this birchwood fence gate, we're going to place down a wither skeleton skull. Again, if you have the fence gate. Once we have that done, we want to go and then take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down 1 and 2, 1 and 2, back along the sides here. And we're going to take our black stained glass panes and place down 1, 2, and 2 black stained glass panes along the side. We're going to place down another smooth sandstone block to both sides, this time with a yellow stained glass pane to the sides. We're going to then take our sandstone walls. We're going to place down a row of 2 sandstone walls on top of those 2 stripped birchwood blocks, and then behind those walls we're going to place down 2 stripped birchwood blocks as well. After that, we want to go then place down another smooth sandstone block here. To both sides, a black shulker box to the sides here. We're going to place down a stone button on the side, or sorry, not stone button, but a birchwood button, item frame, and then a smooth sandstone block. And the same thing over here as well. After that, we want to go and then take our smooth sandstone. We're going to place down a row of 5 across the center here, and then a sandstone wall to both sides like so. At this point right here, we do have a difference in the sides, so do pay close attention here. We're going to place down 2 smooth sandstone blocks over here to the right side, and then we're going to place down a ladder coming off this sandstone block like so. After that's done, we want to go and then grab our birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a fence gate like so, and then our fence gate right here opened up toward this smooth sandstone block. And after we have that all complete there, we want to go and then replace these 2 smooth sandstone blocks here with black concrete, and we're going to place down a row of 2 of rails on top of them. Once we have that all complete there, we're going to go and start off by placing down a row of 2 of birchwood trapdoors in the center here, 2 smooth sandstone slabs on both sides here, and then another 2 birchwood trapdoors out to both sides. We then want to go and place down a daylight detector coming off this slab, going back, and then a birchwood trapdoor again on both sides. And we then want to place down a sandstone wall on top of this smooth sandstone block like that. After that's all done there, that's going to pretty much wrap up what we have here for this layer. We'll go ahead and again fill the inside in here with smooth sandstone blocks to fully close it off. But that right there is going to pretty much complete everything we have here for layer number 4. And with that, let's go ahead and move into probably our last final layers here for the base vehicle. Alright guys, moving into our next layer here, we have layers 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So for these layers here, we'll be basically putting all the final details on and kind of completing the base model here for the build, and then basically doing our 2 different versions. To go ahead and begin with, we're going to place down a birchwood slab on top of this nether brick block here. We're going to place down a birchwood sign on both sides of the slab, and then come off the slab toward the front here, we're going to place down a skeleton skull. From this, we want to go ahead and place down a smooth sandstone block back from that slab, a smooth sandstone top slab to both sides, and then a smooth sandstone full block here to the sides. After that's done, we want to go and then grab ourselves a tripwire hook. We're going to place down a tripwire hook coming off those 2 sandstone blocks there for the front. We also want to grab a polished black stone slab. We're going to place down a polished black stone slab on these glass panes right there, and then coming off this slab, we're going to go and wrap wither skeleton skulls around these 2 sides here for the smoke grenade dispensers located at the front of the vehicle. We then want to take our smooth sandstone blocks and place down a smooth sandstone block here in the middle. Now, if you are planning on not doing an interior, we're going to go and close off the interior space by going ahead and grab ourselves some black concrete and placing down a black concrete block behind those slabs like that, just to kind of close off those viewports a little bit better. We then want to place down a smooth sandstone block here to both sides. We're going to then place down another row of 5 of smooth sandstone full blocks going across. Go into this block right here to place down a sandstone wall. Skeleton skull come off the side, both sides like that, and then a birchwood sign there on the side of the wall. Same thing over here, just like this. And once we have that all done here, we're going to then grab ourselves some sandstone stairs, and this sandstone block right here is actually going to be a sandstone stair on both sides, so go and make that quick adjustment. But anyways, after that stair there, we're going to place down a second one back on both sides here, followed by 2 birchwood stairs. And we want to go and then take our sandstone stairs, again place down a row of 2, going back like that. And the space in between these sandstone stairs here, we're just going to place down a row of 3 that goes all the way across there. Now once we get to this point here, we're going to place down a birchwood fence post that's going to be on top of these 2 sandstone walls to both sides. However, over here on the right side, we're going to go up from this fence post 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 iron bars up to go ahead and make the radio antenna. Going ahead and focus our attention back to the inside here of the vehicle. We want to go ahead and continue on by placing down a sandstone slab. Or actually, we're going to go and just fill in the space here on the bottom. So we're just going to completely close this space off the roof here. We're going to place down a sandstone slab here on the back. And we want to go and then place down a item frame coming off this In that item frame, we're going to place down a black concrete block and then a birchwood sign on the side of the item frame like that, if you are able to. After we have that done, we want to go and grab our sandstone slabs. And for this, we're going to be going ahead and placing down a sandstone slab located right here in that section. We're going to place down a wither a skeleton skull at about a 45-degree angle there in the corners. Birchwood slab in the center, sandstone slab to both sides, and same thing on the front here, sandstone slab and a skeleton skull here in the corners. And that sandstone slab is actually going to be a stone brick stair, so we're going to swap that out for a stone brick stair like that for the mount for the 50 caliber machine gun on top. We then want to place down a birchwood slab on top of those two black concrete blocks, and in the space in between them, we're going to place down a daylight detector. We're going to go ahead and also take our skeleton skulls. We're going to place down a skeleton skull here, and here at a slight angle. Same thing over here, just like that to both sides there for the viewports for the driver and passenger. And we're also going to place down a birchwood trapdoor here in between these skeleton skulls here in the very front. After we have that all complete there, we want to go and then grab ourselves a polished black stone stair, chains, birchwood trapdoor. We're going to have an item frame with a black bed, and we then want to go ahead and grab ourselves a anvil, dark oak wood fence gate, and a redstone pier. And that's what we'll grab for now. What we want to do here for the gun is we're going to place down the upside down polished black stone stair on top of the stone brick stair, and then going forward from it, we're going to place down two chains. We then want to go to the side of the stair here. We're going to place down an item frame, black bed rotated on its side like so, and a dark oak wood sign. We're going to go back from the stair with a anvil, a dark oak wood fence gate coming off the anvil, opened up toward it, and we then want to go and go over here to the opposite side of it, and we're going to go ahead and grab a birchwood fence gate. We're going to place down a birchwood fence gate here on the opposite side of the stair and open it up toward the front. We then want to go and grab a birchwood trapdoor, have it come off this wooden sign here, and this birchwood fence gate like that. And then we're just going to go ahead and place down a redstone up here with the notches spread apart like that on top of the stair, going forward like so. And once we have that all complete there, that is going to pretty much wrap up what we have there for the base model here for the M88A2 HERCULES. From this point on, actually one quick thing I almost forgot is this little bit on the back here. So kind of glad I caught that actually, because it would have been kind of bad to miss that. But basically what we want to do here is we're actually going to be placing down a sandstone slab on top of, a polished blackstone slab on top of these sandstone walls here to both sides. And we're also going to place down two on top of those two birchwood fence gates. We're going to place down a lever here, flick it toward the slab, make sure that none of your trapdoors open up or anything like that. And then we also want to go ahead and place down a wither skeleton skull on this side of the slabs. We're going to go to the sides of the slabs here, place down two dark oak wood signs, and that right there is going to be the kind of muffler there on the back of the vehicle. And then to kind of go ahead and complete it on the back here, we're going to place down a grindstone on top of these two sandstone walls. And with that all complete, that is now going to complete the base model here for the M88A2 HERCULES recovery vehicle. And from this point here, we're going to go and move into the two different versions of the vehicle. The first one we're going to go and work on is the kind of transit mode. So with the front kind of lifted up and all that stuff, and also our crane kind of lowered. So if you do want to build only the kind of deployed version, there will be a timestamp that you can go and skip to. That will take you right to that part of the tutorial. You can look at the video encoding bar to scroll ahead to wherever you need to, or you guys can go and take a look at the description for the timestamp to take you wherever section of the tutorial you're looking for. So for us, the first thing we're going to be moving into is going to be the towed version. So let's go ahead and move into that now. Alright guys, so go ahead and move into the kind of transit version. For this version, to go ahead and get started with, we're going to go ahead and work on our front plow. For this, we want to go and take our smooth sandstone slabs. We're going to place down a row of 5 across the front here like so. We then want to go and place down a row of 5 of birchwood trapdoors coming off those trapdoors like so. Dropping down, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone top slab, going down from those 2 trapdoors there on both sides of the center line, and then a smooth sandstone slab that comes down from those slabs like that going toward the vehicle. We then want to place down a stone brick top slab there in the center, and that right there is pretty much going to make the front. So pretty simple stuff there. That's all we really need to do. Now since this is the transit mode, we're also going to go ahead and take a chain and place it down coming from the skeleton skull here in the front. And we're going to leave that as is for there. Now we want to go and build the actual kind of crane itself located on the top of the vehicle here. So for this, we're going to go and place down a smooth sandstone stair on top of those 2 walls here to both sides. We then want to go and take our sandstone walls. We're going to place down a row of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 sandstone walls that run basically from the back of the stair toward the rear. So just like this. We then want to place down a birchwood trapdoor on the inside here of these walls, and then come off that birchwood trapdoor, we're going to place down an additional 3 sandstone walls. We then want to go ahead and grab ourselves birchwood sign, place a birchwood sign here on the side of these sandstone walls, and on the center here between these walls we're going to place down a smooth sandstone block. We're going to then go back 1 and 2 sandstone walls. On both sides of the second sandstone wall we're going to place down a birchwood sign. And we then want to go ahead and place down a grindstone. Come off this sandstone wall. And we also want to go ahead and grab an item frame. Place down an item frame here on both sides of the grindstone. And we're going to then place down a smooth sandstone full block into the grindstone, or into the item frames. And we just want to go and place down a birchwood sign on the sides here of the grindstone if we are able to. We then want to place down a skeleton skull on top of this smooth sandstone wall there. And we're going to then go back from it to this sandstone full block. We're going to place down a grindstone facing this direction with a wither skeleton skull to both sides of the grindstone. And once you have that all complete, that is going to really do it there for the crane. And the last final detail here for it is to go ahead and take our chains. We're going to place down one chain that comes down from the grindstone like this, and then another chain that comes down like that. And we're going to go just place down a polished andesite stair here on the bottom, just like that. And that's really all you're going to do for that. So pretty simple stuff, and that right there is going to pretty much complete that. And that right there will complete your kind of transit mode version of the M88 recovery vehicle. And from that, let's go ahead and move into the deployed version. Alright guys, so going ahead and moving into our next version of the vehicle, we have the deployed version. So that basically right here is just going to be this crane kind of erected in this kind of configuration. To begin with the front plow here, we're going to go ahead and start off by going ahead and placing down a sandstone stair coming off these 2 smooth sandstone full blocks here on both sides. In the space here in the center, we're going to drop down between the stairs, and we're going to place down a polished andesite top slab like so. We then want to take our smooth sandstone blocks, or stairs, we're going to go ahead and place down a row of 5 that go all the way across here like so. And then a row of 5 of birchwood trapdoors, all opened up like that. After that's done, we're going to then place down a skeleton skull, come off these 2 birchwood planks like that above the sandstone stairs. With that all complete, we want to go ahead and then start working on our crane. So for this, super simple. We're going to grab some sandstone walls, and we're going to need some sandstone stairs. To begin with, we're going to place down a sandstone wall on top of those 2 smooth sandstone blocks here, and then a sandstone stair on top of that sandstone wall to the side stair of that wall. Going ahead and go on top of this wall here, we're going to place down a smooth sandstone stair that goes up on both sides. We then want to go ahead and go up from the stair with an upside down stair. So up like this to both sides, and then a sandstone stair on top of those 2 stairs like so. We're going to go ahead and then do the same thing again. So going up 1 more. And we then want to go ahead and do another upside down stair that goes up and forward at an angle like that. And then just a sandstone stair like this on top of the 2 upside down stairs, and a row of 3 of sandstone walls going across there. After that's done, we want to go and then go up from these walls, up and forward 1 sandstone wall like this, and then another wall on top of these 2, like so. And then we're going to go up again, forward at an angle here, place down a row of 3 of sandstone walls. We're going to place down a sandstone stair on top of the middle one, go up from the stair, upside down stair like this, and then on the very top here we want to place down a skeleton skull. And then coming off that skeleton skull, we're going to place down a grindstone like so. Now we then want to go ahead and grab an item frame and a smooth sandstone block. We're going to place down an item frame here on both sides of the grindstone with a smooth sandstone block in the item frame. And we also want to go ahead and grab ourselves a birchwood sign, and we're going to place down birchwood signs around the 3 sides here of the grindstone that we can. So just like that. After that, we want to go and then grab our chains. We're going to drop down from the grindstone 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chains like that. And then we want to then go forward, drop down from the chain, and place down a polished andesite stair like that. And you can change how far down this hangs. You can have it more kind of brought up there, or you can have it lowered. Kind of depends on what you're going for. But yeah, that's right there. Can be interchanged. Then going ahead and go into the back here, we're we're going to place down a grindstone that's going to be coming off this sandstone wall here, with a wither skeleton skull to both sides of it. We're going to then go up from the grindstone with 1 and 2 chains just like that. And actually we're going to go and change this chain, so it's going to be like this, going upwards. We then want to go and go down from the grindstone, and we're going to go and drop down a total 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 chains like that, dropping down. We're going to go and then kind of go over and down at an angle, place down another chain, followed by 2, 3, 4, and 5, like that, ending on top of that skeleton skull. And that will pretty much be the chains right there for that whole mast system and everything like that. And all we have left now to do is to go and do the chains that kind of flow back here and connect up to those grindstones. So for these, we're going to be going ahead and starting off by placing down a chain coming off this one. And I'm going to go and grab some kind of multicolored blocks here, or basically just a bright color that you can tell apart from the vehicle. So we'll use some yellow here. But we're going to drop down from this chain and then go back 1 like this, and we're going to do the same thing again. So drop down 1 and back 1. We then want to go and go out to the sides here of this chain, and we're going to go back 1, chain on both sides there. We then want to go and drop down from these chains. So from each one, we're going to be dropping down 1 chain like this and going back. So just like this, and we're going to repeat the same thing 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 times. So we have 1 already, and we're going to keep dropping down our chains. So we have 2, 3, 4, and our last thing here of 5. Now once we get to this section here, we want to go and then take our blocks here. We're going to go out to the sides here from these chains, and we're going to place down a chain that goes off those blocks like that, so kind of out an angle there to the side. And we're going to just basically drop down from these chains, the same way we were doing it, all the way down like this until we connect up to our grindstone. So just like that. And same thing over here, going to this chain here, just going to drop this down at a constant rate until we connect up to our grindstone like that. And once we have that all done there, that is pretty much going to wrap up everything we have there for the kind of deployed version. Doesn't look like I'm missing anything, and I don't think I am. So that right there is going to complete your 2 versions here for the M88A2 HERCULES recovery vehicle. Hopefully you guys do enjoy this tutorial and are able to put it to good use. If you do end up using this design, do I say you guys give me proper credit for it. This being anything from a side of the build, link to my channel or this video if this does appear on any social media sites. As long as you guys give me proper credit for the build, you're free for our projects you guys are working on. Overall, enjoy the build, have fun with it, and all that fun stuff. Again, a big special thanks to Patreon supporter Godzilla King of the Monsters for making this tutorial possible, and as always, feel free to check my Patreon page, link is always in my video descriptions. With that though, thank you guys again so much for watching. As always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This has been Gear 204, and I'll see you guys next time.